Welcome to Jaed English Center.
Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to share something very close to my heart. It is not a long story, not a secret formula, but just two simple words that completely changed my life. Keep going. Yes, only two words, but they carried the power to save me from failure. They gave me hope when I felt weak, pushed me forward when I wanted to give up, and helped me build small habits that slowly transformed my entire life. These words became my guide, my daily reminder, my reason to wake up and try again, even on the hardest days. And today, I want to share that power with you. When I first started my journey of self-improvement, I was full of energy. I woke up before sunrise, stretched my arms toward the sky, and felt proud of myself. I read books that inspired me. I wrote down my thoughts every night before bed. For the first 2 weeks, it felt amazing, like a new life. But slowly, the excitement began to fade. I started to feel tired. I would wake up and stare at the alarm clock thinking, do I really have to get up today? The books that once inspired me now felt heavy. My notebook stayed empty. My mind started whispering, why are you doing this? What's the point? Then one rainy morning, everything felt worse. The sound of raindrops made me feel even lazier. I sat on my bed with my head down. The room felt cold, my blanket felt warm, and quitting felt so easy. I told myself, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I will never change. My body felt weak, my heart felt heavy, and for a moment, I really believed I was failing. But deep down, there was a small voice that refused to be quiet. It whispered, don't stop now. You've come too far. Keep going. That moment became a turning point. I didn't know it yet, but that rainy morning was the day I decided I would not quit. I would fight through the struggle, no matter how hard it felt. Then, something happened. In that quiet, rainy morning, as I sat on my bed, I suddenly remembered my uncle's words, don't waste your time. But this time, those words felt different. They didn't sound like advice anymore. They sounded like a challenge. It was as if my uncle was standing right in front of me, looking me in the eyes, telling me to fight. And in that moment, those 5 words became 2 new words. Keep going. It felt like a soft, calm voice inside my heart. It wasn't loud, it wasn't angry, but it was powerful. It said, don't stop now. You have already come this far. You don't need to be perfect. Just take one step today. I sat in silence for a moment, listening to that voice. Something inside me woke up. I felt a tiny spark of energy. So I stood up. I pushed the blanket away. I walked to the window and opened it wide. The air was cool and fresh. The sky was gray, but it felt beautiful. I took a deep breath, and in that moment, I made a promise to myself. I will not quit today. I will do just one small thing. It didn't matter if it was big or small. All that mattered was that I kept moving forward. That was the first moment I chose progress over comfort, and it became the moment that started to change my life forever. That day, I made a choice, a very small choice. I picked up my book and read just one single page. Then I opened my notebook and wrote down one short idea that came to my mind. It wasn't much. It didn't look like a big achievement, but it was progress. The next day, I did the same thing. One page, one idea, one step forward. And the next day again. Day after day, I kept going. Some days I felt tired. Some days I felt lazy. But I reminded myself of those 2 words, keep going. Slowly, something amazing started to happen. I began to feel a little stronger every day. My mind became calmer, my heart felt lighter, and my habits started to feel easier, almost natural. That's when I learned one of the most powerful lessons of my life. Success is not about speed. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about consistency. If you keep going, even with very small steps, you will grow. You will change. You will become someone you never imagined you could be. It's like planting a seed. At first, you see nothing, but every day you water it, every day you take care of it, and one day a tiny green sprout appears. That's how habits grow. That's how dreams grow. And that's how I started to grow, one small step at a time. Keep going. Two simple words, but they became my personal rule for life. Whenever I felt lazy, I would sit up, take a deep breath, and whisper to myself, keep going. Whenever I failed, when my plans didn't work, when I felt embarrassed or disappointed, I said it again, this time a little louder. Keep going. It was like having a best friend inside my head, always cheering for me, always reminding me that the journey isn't over yet. And this tiny sentence slowly started to change everything in my life. When I was learning English and I couldn't speak well, I wanted to give up. But then I remembered those words, and I tried again. When I was writing my very first book and my mind felt empty, I reminded myself, just one more page today. And soon, the pages became chapters. When I was learning a new skill and everything felt difficult, I didn't quit. I told myself, one more try, one more day. Each time I felt stuck, those words gave me strength. They reminded me that growth is slow, but it is real. And slowly, almost without noticing, my life began to transform. I became more confident. I became more focused. I became someone who doesn't give up easily. Those two little words turned my struggle into a journey, and my journey into a story worth telling. Most people fail, not because they are weak, not because they are lazy, but because they stop too soon. They give up at the very moment when success was just one step away. They quit when the road feels heavy, when the pain feels too much, when no one is watching. But you are different. You are here listening to this message because a part of you knows that quitting is not an option anymore. If you just keep going, one day, one step, one page at a time, you will get there. Not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day you will wake up and realize you have become the person you always wanted to be. Think about this. Water cuts through rock, not because water is strong, but because it never stops flowing. It keeps going, drop after drop, day after day, until even the hardest stone must give way. That is the power you have inside you. You don't need to be the fastest. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to refuse to quit. Your dreams are waiting, your future is calling, and all you have to do is take one more step. Today, tomorrow, and the day after. Never stop. Never give up. Keep going, and watch your life transform.